Welcome back. My name's Matt, and this is my channel. This is a continuation of my previous video, which was a response to Masako X's thoughts about a Broly Cheelai spin-off series. So when we left off, a criminal syndicate led by a rat-faced guy named Boss Cheelai had decided to investigate the plan of Vampa based on Frieza's order to avoid it. The boss thinks there must be something there worth having if Frieza wants everyone else to leave it alone. So he has his minion T-Kip, an armless android, dispatch a drone to head out and survey the planet. Upon arrival, the drone is detected by Cheelai and Lemo. They track it and destroy it, but not before it's able to transmit back an image of them in their Frieza uniforms. So that sort of is a confirmation to Boss Cheelai that there's something worth having on the planet. So he dispatches his top enforcer to go hit the Frieza forces hard so that they can send Syndicate mooks to go and ransack the planet, find whatever's valuable on it. So today I figured we'd start working on that top enforcer. Since Boss Cheelai is a rat and he's called the Big Cheese, I figured we'd stick with that cheese theme since Toriyama was so fond of his food products. My wife has a wonderful poster full of cheeses, and I know one of them's called Gorgonzola. So I've got Gorgonzola. Well, right away, I see Gorgon in there. That reminds me of Greek mythology. And then we got Zola. I don't know. I think if we just sort of juxtapose those two words, we'll have... let's go with Zol-Gorgon. Zol-Gorgon. Now, like I said, I produce a bunch of content for D&D on the dmsguild.com. You can look me up by name. Gorgons in Dungeons and Dragons are these big metal-plated bulls. And that's pretty cool. Bulls, male cows. That goes back to our cheese theme. I'm feeling like we're probably going to have a few dairy and dairy adjacent themed characters in this little arc. So I'll have Zol-Gorgon, and he'll be some sort of bull character. Let's see. I know Toriyama's... The only image I could find for Toriyama's bulls or cow illustrations was from a comedy shot. So we'll just kind of wing it. I have not intensely studied Toriyama's art style, but hopefully you guys can get a sense of my process. Kind of get those sharp eyes. Now, thinking, a lot of times I see bull characters, they always have rings in their nose. Those rings are usually for somebody else to lead them around by the nose. And I don't picture this guy as the top enforcer being somebody that lets someone lead him around by the nose. So he will not have a ring. Since he's a bull, I'm thinking he'll be massive. I may decide to detail him with metal plates later. But I think, almost certainly, I think this guy's going to actually be kind of a cross between a Minotaur and a Centaur. Yeah, like a big cyborg Centaur Minotaur. He'll be a Tartar. So he is of the Tartar race. And maybe we'll develop them a little more as we go. Let's move this down a bit. And he's got his, big sort of front haunches. And then he'll have back. I think as the primary enforcer, he'll be the straightforward guy. He was sent here with the purpose of hitting existing Frieza forces hard and fast so that they wouldn't have time or the resources necessary to call for reinforcements. So he's probably just a super tough guy. And then, so give him a crazy 8-pack. So this Tartar dude, what do we call him? Zol-Gorgon. Zol-Gorgon. Feel like the Soul Calibur announcer. Zol-Gorgon has arrived. So Zol-Gorgon shows up with the intent of hitting Frieza forces. So maybe he comes in hard and fast. I have this image in my mind of him just flying in with his spaceship, just careening through the atmosphere. And he doesn't even stop the spaceship. He just sets it for autopilot to go back up into orbit. And then he just halo drops out of the ship. No shoot, nothing. Just on trajectory to crash directly into Broly, Cheelai, and Lemo's camp. And so he just goes streaking in there and demolishes their little capsule core house. Give him all those crazy muscles. He doesn't exactly have to have human proportions. It's been a long time since I did an anatomical study of a human form to really get all the muscles down there, but I spent so many years tracing comic books and doodling characters for Dungeons and Dragons and Marvel superheroes. It's not really a thing. Do I want to give him one of those big chins? Yeah, maybe. And I think Zol-Gorgon's powers will basically just be Bruiser, but I have a kind of idea, because I know Moscow X, in his Build a Baddie video, he said transformations were such a critical element for enduring villains and heroes, or rather enduring villains. And just in Dragon Ball, it's kind of a trope that we all love if you're a fan, those transformations. So I'm thinking he might have just sort of like a limited transformation concept where he inverts his horns. I'm not sure if maybe he breaks them off or they might just transform. But then they turn into, horns. And that'll be maybe he does some sort of sonic blast. Or maybe they just shoot energy. But the more we consider him, the more we'll figure out. But yeah, so there we go. So the big boss Cheelai has dispatched Zol-Gorgon to hit what he believes are Frieza forces. Zol-Gorgon goes crashing directly into their home. And we'll see how Broly, Cheelai, and Lemo respond to that next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video watching me doodle, track this process, and stay safe. Have a great day.